Well, good afternoon, agents. Merry Christmas. It's almost New Year's. Had a few requests to do a Banshee build. Um, I, you know, I did it just because I have the pieces. This isn't necessarily optimized. I haven't rolled anything other than the main stats. Um, but I think it will be effective. Now, I'm going to say, honestly, I don't really think that Banshee is the greatest gear set in 1.8. I really don't. Obviously, it's only useful in the DZ. It's only useful when you're rogue or against rogues. So really, I would never run this build other than in the DZ. So let's get into it anyway, guys. All right, primary weapon, still my house. Now, when you get killed by a rogue, you're going to get quite a bit of bonus damage. I'm not sure it's working. I've tried it, and the stats haven't shown up. So I'm actually not sure that the Banshee stat, when you get killed by a rogue, is giving you the bonus damage that you're supposed to, because it doesn't show up in my weapon. But either way, I would obviously like a better house. I would like something with Unforgiving on it, but Deadly and Hurried is what I have, and Card Counter, obviously. My secondary weapon is LBOAC. Main reason for this is to get my ultimate back and my skills back, because like I've said in other videos, I'm running absolutely no skill power, so I have Responsive, Deadly, and Determined. Now, Determined will stack, kill, sorry, my dog's playing. Kill, 8 or 9 NPCs, and your ult will be back, or your special talent will be back, so that's kind of nice. Alright, chest piece, pretty much perfectly rolled. Firearms, health, skill haste, ammo capacity. And I have 2 stamina mods with crit chance. These were available and should still be available for sale in Madison Safe House. Knee pads. Firearms, crit damage, burn resistance. Burn resistance is kind of nice. This 6th piece, I'm not, honestly not sure. I am not sure that you're getting the bonus damage that you're supposed to get. I will test this further. And again, another stamina mod with crit chance. I have that on all my pieces. Knee pads, roll for stamina and health. Shock, burn, blind, kind of nice. This obviously is not optimized. And I have first aid, self heals, and stamina with crit chance mod. Okay, holster, firearms, crit chance, and then a first aid, self heal. Gloves, SMG, crit chance. Now, I need better gloves, obviously. Enemy armor damage is useless in PvP. However, this is the only pair of Banshee gloves I have, and I think I had a better pair and I accidentally sold them. I was getting so much classified gear that I honestly just didn't care, and I was selling a ton of it. But either way, these are the only gloves I have for now. And my backpack with crit damage, ammo capacity. I would rather, honestly, instead of ammo capacity, I would rather have some more burn resistance. I haven't rolled the second stat on this backpack just because I'm kind of playing around with it. But I will probably do that because I already have ammo capacity on my chest. You really don't need 18 or 1900 rounds of ammo. NPCs drop ammo all the time. So 1400 rounds, honestly, is where I like to sit. And again, I have a stamina mod crit chance. I got this one in the DZ, perfectly rolled. And 2 first aid self heals. Now, if you look at my stats again, pretty high base damage with the house. Obviously, it's going to get higher when I'm in combat. 47% crit chance, so I really don't need a pulse of any kind. I'm almost 50%. The cap is 60. 108% crit damage. I can roll health off my knees and bring that up to around 120 something. But like I said, I'm still playing around with this guy, so I'm not saying this is necessarily the way to do it. Yes, Diesel, I know. But it does work. At 8% enemy armor damage, again, don't need it, don't care. PvP, nobody's running around with more than 33% at most armor, and armor doesn't matter. Skill haste 9% doesn't really affect much. A decent amount of health. You want a decent health pool, and that's why I have almost 5500 stamina. Otherwise, you just get shredded down. Now, I'm going to say something about Marco Styles' video that I disagree with, and on all my builds. Now, if you watch my build videos on my Predator, my Striker, even my Nomad, you'll notice I'm putting crit damage on my knees and my backpack. Now, he says if you do that, you don't know what you're doing. Well, here's the thing. On paper, yes, putting health on your knee pads and your backpack is more beneficial. However, and this is the part that you have to apply to real world, getting an extra 30,000 health is literally 1 or 2 more bullets. That's it. And yes, I'm not actually getting an extra 20% crit damage. It's not really applying that way. I understand that. But here's the thing. Even if it's an extra only 5% damage, I would rather do more damage to a player than just be tough enough to take 2 extra bullets, especially with people running around with 900, 950, 1,000 RPM weapons. That's literally a split second. So yes, on paper, having health on your knees and your backpack is more beneficial as far as the math goes. However, in real world application, I personally feel that it's better to have the crit damage. Now, you can go either way. I really respect Marco. I think he's an amazing YouTuber. He really knows what he's talking about. But you have to remember too, he's a PC player. And he even admits that in his videos that you would build much differently for PS4. And I obviously am a PS4 player. So bear that in mind. Do what you will. There's no right or wrong way necessarily to do that, but I would rather have as much crit damage as possible. Now, he says 100%, there's no benefit after that. I don't agree. I don't agree. Having a tougher character that can handle 2 or 3 more bullets from a player, to me, really isn't all that beneficial. Okay? So anyway, go through my skills here. Yes, I have a pulse on right now because I was running around solo. You can run whatever you want. Healing station immunizer would be good. So you can put the immunizer on, running in and out of it to defeat Predator. However you want to do it. Booster shot obviously for more damage. Now, these abilities are pretty much what I run on all my builds now. Adrenaline, strike back, critical save, and on the move. Other than Predator, which obviously you want to have shrapnel on. Absolutely want that. So you can either keep critical save or keep strike back. Entirely up to you for Predator, but shrapnel is an absolute must. Okay? So that's how it stands right now. It's not bad. Like I said, I'm going to do some more testing on it, but I did get a lot of requests to build a Banshee build, so I did. I also have a defense build I'm going to put up shortly. The defense build for PvP, honestly, it's good, but there's a very particular way you have to play with your team. We'll talk about that in my build video, but essentially, you need to take real-world tactics and apply it to gameplay. Anyone in law enforcement or anyone who's seen law enforcement training knows that the shield guy, everyone will stack up behind them. And we ran into a team the other night that was doing exactly that, and it was really good. They were great. You stack up behind the shield player. The shield player is taking all the aggro, all the damage because he can, and you can't hit the players behind him. And those players are shooting over his left and right shoulder around his shield, hitting this target. So that's the way you want to run defense. We'll talk about that more when I make the build. Anyway, guys, hopefully you're going to enjoy this. You'll see that, you know, this does hit pretty hard. You know, I'm critting quite a bit, 55,000 to the target. Fast reload with hurried, obviously. As you can see here, hurried is not a terrible thing, and you know, it's definitely not the worst thing in the world. A lot of times people will die while trying to reload. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the build video, and I'll talk to you soon. Jinx out.